There's Jane and Mesud and their love child. She did love him a lot, actually. She really did love him. You can see that, you know, she was a very, very happy lady. Happy to get what she wanted, which is, or what she needed, which is her caravan. And she actually, while she came to the office to collect her cash, which we agreed to pay her early, she wrote a little letter, a testimonial, and it says there, Doug and Mesud, and she spelt Mesud with a love heart. She loves him so much. So that's a straightforward purchase using a mortgage, but again using our document, which enables us to do some now, some later. Are you sure that's 5 minutes?
It's 15. We said 9 o'clock.
God almighty. It's not. It's 10 to 9. He's put 5 minutes up the back there, and I think we've got another 15. So we sold the property on an instalment contract. And this is where we make the profits. Remember, the instalment contract is an exit strategy. So we've shown you how we've acquired the property. Now I'm going to show you how we make a lot of money from it, rather than just renting it to a tenant who's going to wreck it. So, Mesud, give us the numbers.
Okay, we bought it for 160. We ended up paying 110 and 10 later. So we ended up paying 120. 25% discount we got. Then we sold it for 189,995. If we can sell negative equity properties for a market value, why can't we sell a normal house that we bought on a discount or the market value is an instalment contract? Well, we just practice the same thing here. £5,000 mortgage, no mortgage required, £1,100 a month, the house is yours. Doctors came in all the way from Luton. They said, we'd like to own this beautiful house. They never questioned the price. They gave us £1,000 deposit, moved in, £5,000 on exchange. Now we make £606 positive cash flow. Over a 60-month period, £36,000 net cash flow. Back end profit, £57,000. Okay? If our mortgage rate goes up, their rate goes up. We don't lose cash flow. It's not like a buy-to-let investment. If your rate goes up, you can't increase the rate, okay? But we can. No voids, no maintenance, no repairs, no fees, no managing needed at all. All you need to do is check your bank account.
So how much we made on this?
£100,000. How many of you now would you like this deal? I like it. Beautiful.
So let's look at the JV agreement, the JV contracts, JV standing for joint venture. And we use this on every occasion, whether we're buying a property with a mortgage or whether we're just babysitting or acquiring the property. The joint venture agreement is tailor-made for each of the purchases that we make or each of the acquisitions that we make, so it's bespoke. It enables us to instantly control the property. Once we've had a meeting with the seller and they signed this document and witnessed every page, signed every page and had a witness, they can literally hand the keys to us and we control the property from that moment onwards. There is nothing else to do. It's a legal document. It works in law. We don't have to send this off to a solicitor to be rubber stamped. We don't have to do a heads of terms and wait for a solicitor to put a contract together. After 6 months the seller disappears. This document works immediately.
You will never get gazumped, I guarantee you.
It contains a power of attorney, which means that we can do as we wish with the property. We can sign on behalf of the seller. So if the seller allows us to control the property and disappears, we can still sign the documents and transfer the property using a TR1 form, transfer at the land registry. The power of attorney enables us to do that. It determines the terms and conditions of the agreement, the length of the contract. It contains a lock-in agreement and it also contains a third-party authority. Third-party authority enables us to speak directly to the lender on behalf of the seller, and it enables us to obtain a lot of information from the lender, and it also enables us to tell the lender that we are now making the mortgage payments on behalf of the seller. There isn't a lender in this land that will not accept third-party payments other than HSBC and JP Morgan. but we can still get around that by opening up a joint account with the seller. So, 5 simple steps are:
find a motivated seller, control and buy with a single document joint venture agreement, find a buyer, put it on Rightmove, sell and use an installment contract, and make shed loads of money.
Pretty simple. So just to recap, what we're talking about this evening is what is we've got 10 minutes now, well done. We've got an installment contract. How do we make massive profits from every deal? Real life examples. We showed you some babysits, and we also showed you a couple of lemons. And we showed you how we're buying and controlling property using a single document. And we're going to, if you wish, at the end of the evening, if we have time, we're looking at some live deal structuring. If you have any lemons in the audience that you want to see how we can make profits from, Mesud can do that on the laptop. And our offer to you this evening is that we just need to let you know that we're running a masterclass, a 2-day masterclass, on the 9th and 10th of November. It's a fair way away, so plenty of time for you to save up and pay for that. If you want to come along on day 1, we are going to look here because that's too small there. Mindset of the investor. I've been studying world leaders in personal development for over 40 years now, and that's my favourite subject. So I'm going to be bringing to you how you can turn yourself into a money-making machine by reprogramming your mind.
I'm a good example of that. 2009 I was £17,000 in debt. Now I enjoy the lifestyle of rich property investors.
How to buy and control property with little or no money down. Learn the entire buying and selling process step by step. How to sniff profits in any and every deal. 101 ways to market and find your motivated sellers. And we're doing some live deal structuring. On day 2, can you read that?
Well, we're going to show you how to structure your installment contract in every step of it. How do you find a buyer, how do you convert them into a happy homeowner, and how do you fill the contract and smoothly collect the money, move them in, and put them in an automated self-managed process. Also, we're going to show you how to do your research and marketing when you're doing every deal. So there's a very simple process of doing that, and you're going to be amazed by that. Also, master marketing skills. You know, most of us, we know just the traditional way of marketing, but if we think a little bit outside the box, you know, we can sell more properties, we can buy more properties. It's just these cutting-edge marketing skills that you need in your property business. Finding and converting buyers into happy homeowners, that's a nice feeling. I just enjoy people when they collect the keys and you just see the smile on their face. These people will never own a house the traditional way. It will take them 6, 7, 8, 9 years to move into a house the traditional way. The average age of a first-time buyer has gone up to 40 odd years now. Well, if I can buy a house at my age, we have tens of houses, why other guys can't buy it? We just move more first-time buyers into these houses. Also, we're going to teach you how to build your professional power team. You need some good quality solicitors, you need good quality teachers like us, and you need good quality accountants to manage your portfolio. Also, we're going to give you our giveaway bonus, our no money down strategy. You remember that deal where we made 100 grand and we bought it no money down? This is the real deal, okay? That's where you make lots of money.
So we charge £697 plus VAT for this 2-day workshop, and tonight there's an early bird discount for £200 off that, so £497. There's some forms at the back of the room if you'd like to come and see us at
just
the back of the room.
Just for PIN members.
Once we've finished speaking, at the end of the evening, come and see us at the back. We'll answer all your questions, and there's forms at the back if you want to sign up for that. For those of you that can't wait, that want to learn more now, that are eager, we have an 8 DVD box set which we filmed at our last workshop. So it's the whole workshop, 2 days, just the breaks taken out. And that's available for £497 plus VAT. It says Cheltenham because we was in Cheltenham last week, but that should say Leeds actually. So we'll give you the code at the back of the room if you're interested. You get £100 off that £397, or you can buy it and take it away with you this evening. It's a great DVD because it's me and him speaking for 2 days. And
it's
so,
a life changer. It has changed the life of those people. If you see those people, these people, some of them come from very poor backgrounds. Their life has completely changed now, so they can buy houses with no money down, at all. My life has changed. I'm a real proof of that, and these people are also real proof.
So you can get onto that website there, and if you come to the back of the room, we give you that website details. It's London Property University, which is our company, /products, and that takes you into the website, gives you the discount as well. And we get some bonuses as well. We're going to throw in a complete legal pack, so every single document that you need. That's an instalment contract. This is the joint venture agreement, and masses and masses of other documentation. Everything comes with the DVD for the workshop.
Also, access to our closed Facebook group. So we have a closed Facebook group with all our students that have attended our previous workshops. So you can liaise with that, you can do joint ventures with that, and you can help each other to find buyers, find sellers. How powerful is that?
And 30-day email support, because you need some hand-holding at the beginning. There's questions to be asked, so we provide 30-day email support, so everything's covered, just in case you think you're out there on your own. You're not, because we're there to help at every step of the way. So Mesud just wanted to give you some numbers to show you that we are telling the truth.
Okay.
Very quickly.
20 Bartlett Road, £17,000. Jericho Avenue, £5,600. £70,000, £5,000, £5,000, £18,000, £29,000, £51,000, £50,000.
Any questions? Over there.
Yeah. I'm just wondering about the actual contract that you've got there. I've done quite a few lease options, and I'm just doing the first instalment contract that I'm settled for another investor, but we have gone to a solicitor's, and I think it's more expensive than a lease option. I think it's about £800. I mean, how reliable are those documents that you've got? If somebody did challenge them, 2 years down the line and say, well, I wasn't legally represented, and have you ever had that experience?
Well, it's a standard conveyance, so you only need a standard conveyancer. You don't need a guy that does lease options. So that's a bit of a sort of a misunderstanding. You think you need to go to a guy that does lease options. Usually they charge about 1,500 quid. It's a standard conveyance, so you need a standard conveyancer. But you do need to they do need to agree that they're happy to do an instalment contract. And generally speaking, solicitors that understand commercial law are happy to do instalment contracts, rather than your high street standard conveyancer that doesn't do commercial law. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we have had the contract checked and double checked by counsel and legal representatives. We've written it and rewritten it and perfected it, and we're still doing so even today. It's not regulated by the FSA. We're not offering any credit. We're not offering any way of money lending. So it's not regulated. It doesn't need to be regulated at the moment, and it's completely legal.
It's a powerful contract, very powerful. I mean, recently we had one of our sellers went bankrupt, and the trustees wanted to seize the property, but we stopped that, so they couldn't touch the property at all. Under a lease option agreement, your property would have been gone.
It'll be gone,
yeah.
Gone back. So if you're doing lease options and you understand instalment contracts, honestly, you would never do another lease option ever again.
Never.
We would never touch one. Question there, John?
On stamp duty, what happens about stamp duty in the event of exchange?
Well, a buyer and a seller, if you exchange contracts, most solicitors will say you need to pay your stamp duty on exchange of contracts, so therefore the buyer will have to pay stamp duty. But there are some solicitors that will determine the rules that you pay stamp duty on completion. So it's up to your solicitor to confirm which they prefer you to do. But you think about it, the property's not registered until completion, so nobody knows you've exchanged contracts other than you and the seller and the solicitor. Question here.
How do you find your Bob number one?
Bob number one, I can find a couple of Bobs in this room. Just by talking to them, just by networking. Our Bob came from a recommendation from a friend of ours. He's basically National Federation of Independent Estate Agents. Basically what he does is, he's a guy that goes and knocks on property that has got a for sale sign on. So he knocks on them and says, well, who is your estate agent based on use? For how long have you been with them? 3 months. Have they sold the property? No. Well, I would like the fact that we can recommend this property to 16 other independent estate agents. Do you think you'll have a higher chance of selling it? He said, of course, we'll have a higher chance of selling it. So what he does is he offers it to those 16 agents, and if they haven't sold it within 2 months, he says, okay, do you know what? This property is not sold yet. I'll recommend you to Doug and Mesud. Because that's how Bob came to us.
State.
Referral.
Another question there, we had a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
Just 2 minutes
when
left.
you're taking this money off the people in between the start of this agreement and then the completion, how do they come to mortgage it at the end? Is it including the money they've given you towards the deposit, or are they then finding their money at the end to complete the mortgage? How does that process work at the end?
If they use the same solicitor, yes. The same solicitor, basically the deposit that they have paid is okay on completion. That lady that completed in 8 months' time, the £19,000 deposit she paid, it was okay to be used for completion funds.
Do you have to hold that for her until the completion then?
No, we don't have to.
Now what happens actually is that they pay instalments, and the instalments come off of the purchase price.
Yeah.
So when they get to go to the bank, eventually, maybe 4, 5, 6 years down the
Yeah.
road, they owe less money, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the value of the property's gone up. So
Yeah.
they're asking the bank to lend them less money on a higher value property, which hopefully will be easier for the bank to do.
They not still need to prove the deposit between the purchase
Of course
and
they
sale?
will, yes, they will. And a mortgage broker, of course, would do that for them.
Right.
Yeah. Any more questions? Otherwise, we'll see at the back of the room. One more before we go.
So when the exchange contracts with the exchange with the solicitor, they're paying that solicitor's fee and you're not paying any. So all you just got your contract that you do a JV with them, and you don't pay anything,
Well,
but they pay the solicitor's fee.
Yeah, we don't do a JV with the buyer. We do the JV with the seller. And then the buyer does the instalment contracts with us, so they need a conveyancer, we need a conveyancer, standard conveyance, standard fees, standard exchange of contracts. The only thing we don't do is complete, so we put the instalment contract in place until we complete. It allows them to pay us each month until they're ready to complete. Cool. One more, as we're walking off, Jules.
Most of it's gone right over my head.
Ah.
But what is the time between exchanging and completion?
Could be up to 30 years. Come and see us at the back of the room. Thank you.